Making millions of dollars, and the victim's family have not partaken. None of those trusts took your clothes, gave you this. Took your language, gave you this.
100% way to survive jail or prison. Don't go.
Build your credit up. Why you need credit?
Then 12 years goes by and you don't even get a chance to go up for parole.
And that's why I say I was surprised to know that you was all the way out in Alabama. So you not just local, you fighting for justice everywhere.
I've expanded the platform. When we first started, I was always doing federal level before I started my nonprofit. Fell in love with federal work, and that's how I was able to meet your attorney. And someone called and said, well, Karen, can you help us in Virginia? And I was like, okay, well, what's going on in Virginia? So we started advocating for Fishback. And when Fishback was passed, we were able to go ahead and start taking some cases to get guys out. And I always pat myself on the back because everyone is like, oh, she's an attorney, she's been in law school. I've never stepped foot in a law school.
Right.
I'm not an attorney. I never professed to be an attorney, but I read a lot. I love the law, and so I'm always using cases that I find to advocate for guys. And I use federal cases in the state of Virginia because the language is the same. A life sentence means that someone is going to die in prison. And if you have the eligibility for parole, that means that at any time you can regain your freedom. So it only makes sense for me to start advocating. And I didn't want to just close myself off to Virginia. I wanted to be able to start to help people and use my platform. I don't have a big platform like you.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
You know, but I wanted to be able to use my platform to get it out there so that we could spread the word and just highlight some of these cases, because I believe that once we get the information out, people will gravitate. They'll help us by donating to our nonprofit so that we can pay for attorneys that will take the cases. And so, yeah, we're in about 8 states right now. I'm not sure if I'm going to expand a little bit more because it's only like it's me, but I'm so, I don't know what the word to use. I micromanage, I guess, too much.
Right.
Because I feel like my product has to be a great product. So even though we have people that are working for us, I have to make sure I'm reading trial transcripts, I'm reading the cases, because if I submit anything with Fighting for Freedom or Karen Morrison's name on it, I want to make sure that I'm giving the best product and giving people a fighting chance. And so what I'm recognizing now is that I have to limit myself to how many cases that we could take, because I don't want to spread myself too thin and not be able to give to those who deserve a second chance.
Right. Well, you're doing a remarkable job, and you're gonna be welcome on this platform anytime, as well as my own platform as well. You can come over there and we can help spread this message, because I want to get it out there, because like I say, I, as well as him, I know got a lot of good comrades still in there fighting that fight, for their freedom, and it's just like if they wouldn't have never gave him parole or myself, then what we've done out here and what we are continuing to do wouldn't have never been seen. It has still been locked behind, bars. And that's the same case for hundreds of other cats that I know. They got great intentions, they got great minds, they got great ideas, they can come out here and help change the narrative. Like I said, I recently spoke at high school, man, and just to see them kids and the way they were from the beginning of the speech till the end was just completely different, because not only do they need it, it's a lot more of them want it, but they just don't know how to ask for it. So they fall into these trends of following what the streets is doing, following what people think is cool, and not realizing that just one of those mistakes is going to mess your entire life up. And that's the message that I try to impart on them, man. But what you're doing out here, it should be highlighted, it should be commended, man, because it's remarkable. Because I know when I was in there, and I know you can say the same thing, man, we prayed for somebody like you. You know what I'm saying? We needed, somebody that was going to raise that voice and be heard, because you unheard when you in there. You can write all the paperwork you want, you can study out, and you can push and push and push, but it's just so difficult from behind there to get heard, to get recognized, to get you have to, and then you have became a voice for a lot of people, man, and I know they all grateful for you, man. So I'm thanking them for you, you know what I'm saying, because man, I need me a Karen Morrison, I'm telling you.
Making millions of dollars, and the victim's family have not partaken. None of those routes. Took your clothes, gave you this. Took your language, gave you this.
100% way to survive jail or prison. Don't go.
Build your credit up. Why you need credit?
Then 12 years goes by and you don't even get a chance to go up for parole.
Supposed to die so many times, guess that's my afterlife. A lot of shit ain't work for me.